Oppo always presents its best smartphones that can compete in the market with other flagship smartphones. Not only in terms of the camera, but the chipset and other features are also the main reasons why many people choose this one phone. Well, for those of you who want to buy an Oppo smartphone, here is a row of recommendations for the best Oppo phones 2025 that you can choose. This flagship from Oppo has a 6.78-inch LTPO AMOLED display with a resolution of 1264 by 2780 pixels, a refresh rate of 120 Hz, and a peak brightness of 4500 nits. The display is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 and supports Dolby Vision and HDR10+. Powered by a MediaTek Dimensity 9400 chipset, 3nm fabrication, and running Android 15 based on ColorOS 15, the phone provides a choice of 12 GB or 16 GB of RAM and up to 1 TB of internal storage, UFS 4.0. The rear camera is a quad-camera configuration with a 50-megapixel main sensor, including 2 periscope telephoto lenses of 50 megapixels each with 3x and 6x optical zoom capabilities, and a 50-megapixel 120-degree ultra-wide lens. The front camera has a 32-megapixel resolution that supports video recording up to 4K. The 5910 mAh battery supports 80-watt fast charging and 50-watt wireless charging. Available in black, white, and blue colors, the phone has an IP68 or IP69 dust and water resistance rating. The Oppo Find X8 Pro price starts at $717 US. The Oppo K12 Plus features a 6.7-inch AMOLED display with a resolution of 1080 by 2412 pixels, support for 1 billion colors, a refresh rate of 120 Hz, and a brightness level of up to 1100 nits. The rear camera consists of a 50-megapixel main lens with PDAF and OIS and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens with a 112-degree viewing angle. The front camera is a 16-megapixel resolution capable of recording videos up to 1080 pixels at 30 FPS. The smartphone runs on Android 14 with ColorOS 14.0 interface. Powered by the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 chipset, 4nm fabrication, the Oppo K12 Plus is available in 8 GB or 12 GB of RAM options, as well as up to 512 GB of internal storage, UFS 3.1, with a microSD slot. The large-capacity 6400 mAh battery supports 80-watt fast charging that can charge up to 50% in 20 minutes. The device comes in black and white color options. The Oppo K12 Plus price starts at $284 US. The Oppo Reno 12 Pro comes with a 6.7-inch AMOLED display that supports 1 billion colors, 120 Hz refresh rate, and HDR10+ certification, providing an immersive visual experience with a resolution of 1080 by 2412 pixels. The rear camera consists of 3 lenses: a 50-megapixel main camera with OIS, a 50-megapixel telephoto camera with 2x optical zoom, and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide camera. The 50-megapixel selfie camera supports autofocus and video recording up to 4K, producing high-quality photos and videos from various angles. Powered by a MediaTek Dimensity 7300 Energy chipset with 12 GB of RAM and up to 512 GB of ROM, the Oppo Reno 12 Pro runs Android 14 with the ColorOS 14.1 interface. The smartphone is available in several elegant colors, such as space brown, sunset gold, and nebula silver. The battery has a large capacity of 5,000 mAh with 80-watt fast charging, IP65 certification for dust and water resistance, and various other features such as hollow audio for a better audio experience, Aqua Dynamics for more organized notifications, and File Dock to increase productivity. Oppo Reno 12 Pro 5G price starts at $550. It uses foldable LTPO AMOLED panel, 6.8 inches, 1080 by 2520 pixels, 1200 nits, HBM, 1600 nits, peak, for the main screen and AMOLED, 3.26 inches, 382 by 720 pixels, 250 ppi, 800 nits, HBM, 900 nits, peak, and Corning Gorilla Glass 5 for the display cover. The operating system uses Android 13 and the ColorOS 13 interface. The rear camera uses a 50-megapixel wide and 8-megapixel ultra-wide sensor with a 32-megapixel selfie camera. As for the chipset, it uses the Dimensity 9000 Plus with 4nm fabrication with 8GB, 12GB, and/or 16GB RAM, and 256GB or 512GB ROM, while the battery has a capacity of 4,300 mAh with 44-watt fast charging. Oppo Find N2 flip price starting from $921. The Oppo Find X7 Ultra sports a massive 6.82-inch LTPO AMOLED display with a resolution of 1440 by 3168 pixels, a refresh rate of 120 Hz, and a peak brightness of up to 4500 nits. A powerful Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor is embedded inside, combined with 12GB or 16GB of RAM and 256GB or 512GB of storage. For photography, there is a quad camera system on the back, namely a 50-megapixel main sensor, a 50-megapixel ultra-wide sensor, a 3x50-megapixel periscope telephoto sensor, and a 6x50-megapixel periscope telephoto sensor. The front camera has a resolution of 32 megapixels. The battery has a capacity of 5,000 mAh, which supports 100-watt wired charging and 50-watt wireless charging. The Oppo Find X7 Ultra is available in 3 colors: ocean blue, sepia brown, and tailored black. The price of the Oppo Find X7 Ultra starts at $803.